All right, what's up, guys? It's Nick here with some raw day trading, and I'm sitting here up about 544 and 92 cents after fees. Having said that, I have about $90 in fees I racked up from trading penny names with some decent size. And yeah, I'm trying to get away from this computer because PFRX is I think it might go, but I think it's going to be a trap, or I might not be able to navigate it well because it's in a tricky situation. It's end of the day, probably won't have time to make it back if I do lose, and I'm trying to get away from this. So, anyways, Bitcoin's pushing highs again. Nothing new there. That stuff is a train that is on a track to go, and go. Stocks I traded today, we had SOAR. Traded it. It was pushing up pre-market, then does this rip into the open, kind of consolidates, goes a little higher, double tops out around 75 cents. And I didn't do super good on it. I just used big size. Or honestly, it wasn't even big size. It was just okay size. But that's what I made the majority of the money on. I'm up 567 on that. At one point, I gave it back, and then I made it back. And I am still looking at PFRX, which is dangerous because it's now I'm distracted doing this recap. But anyways, so SOAR was the main one. And then we have it moving here. This is definitely trying to tempt me. I don't like it. I don't like these positions, but it is at a point in the day where it really could open up. And right or wrong, the consequences are big. So I don't really want to trade it. I don't want to trade it. So let's go see if this helps me out here. Just take my level 2 off the screen. And yeah. Okay, so level 2 gone. Let's get into some video. Do a quick little skim of the action today. Okay. I actually didn't get the part where I did really bad, or not really bad, but kind of got in a cycle of just like giving back stop out after stop out after stop out later in the day. That's going to be something I'll have to review on the charts for myself later. But this was SOAR going into the open, and I had a couple trades on it here. So I was actually, now that I think about it, I didn't quite check and see if it was open. I probably should have been more careful. Gotta write that down. Good thing about today, what I did really nicely is I totally focused on SOAR. The bells that you hear ringing are just all from around the thing. Bad thing was I did not take this ride higher. This was a big miss, and I think it left me frustrated a lot of the day. Yeah, that would have been a fantastic win right there. Easily $1,000 win, but c'est la vie. C'est la vie. You live, you learn, you laugh. Do get a little trade in here. For a second, it looks sketchy. And I'm able to hold it. And get a decent fill. That was a decent trade. But it is a little wild, and sometimes I can be a little hesitant when I'm trading with the meaningful position, where if it like really drops on me, I'm down like 1,000. But that's just kind of where I'm at right now, in terms of the size that I'm using, and I just have to get used to it. It's fine, because in reality, I could have been up 1,000 too. So the risk reward is about even on it. And the probability is pretty high that I'm able to take something off of the table in a positive way. So I traded pretty timidly on this. I thought it was just going to totally reverse here. I don't know why I thought that. Just based on the chart pattern, it kind of looks like it wants to, but historically, these penny names have been hot, so it might have been better to go with that read on the situation of like the historical market context of the moment, because that does determine a lot more than the immediate just technical indicators. You have to fit them all inside, all these kind of indicators inside of each other in terms of importance, like kind of like a Russian doll, and then prioritize. And so I was weighted a little too heavily on the technicals, not really on the story of the market. And then this PFRX, let's see what we got here. What's it doing? Yep, here we go. And here I go. So what I do like about it, it's not quite the end of the day. What I don't like about it is it feels pretty thin volume-wise, and it doesn't seem to be clearing out levels, but that could change in an instant as it creeps up here. Yeah, I don't want to take that. Where do I want to take it? I also don't want to take a reversal on it. See, I just don't want to take any of this. Right now I'm listening to in the process of listening to Javier Milei's interview on Lex Friedman that just dropped. And oh my gosh, this thing does want to just wipe the floor here. This is going to be an interesting day. Huh. I don't like it. I don't like it. Ugh. See? Shit like that. It's just a trap. I get slippage on it, and then it flips right back down below my position, and then I have to cut it. And then now it's going to go. Yeah, it's trapping people. Come on. Feels like a trap. Sometimes you got to use the force and all of your experience, all the times you get burned, to kind of feel this stuff out. So that 5 minute candle, it's not a deal breaker. It's actually pretty nice if it starts to get reclaimed here in a second, but we'll see. I still don't like this situation, which might mean it's good because I oftentimes don't like situations, and then they go. The fuck? Oh, I accidentally bought something on my DOS. That's annoying. I get back $30. Actually, no. I get back $18. Not as bad as I thought. But it's kind of like stacking consensus here for now until it starts opening up the other way. This doesn't look like it wants to go yet. But if it does start migrating towards 1.4, this could see a big shift in momentum, especially since it's into the end of the day. After, yeah, fuck. 345. Dangerous. Really curious to see what this 15-minute looks like. That's an interesting candle. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. This is not the best implication, but I've seen worse setups just completely annihilate short sellers, and I don't doubt the market has that in store for them. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to time it in a way right here that's productive. That's a pretty high volume candle here, and no one is really talking about it in the chat room that I'm a part of. Not that I'm going to tell them, No shade to them, but it's at least not unless I'm in first. I don't know. Chat rooms are interesting. There's a lot of buying power in there. I don't want to skew the dynamic of the market before I jump in. Yeah, see, this also has me thinking like it's trying to consolidate here. Doesn't mean it's not going to die. It just means it's trying to consolidate, which could be bullish. Bullish, yeah. But we'll see. I'm actually pretty hesitant to do anything under VWAP here because it's already tested twice. But having said that, if I don't anticipate it, I could be getting in maybe 5 cents higher than this area here. So is that amount of conviction worth 5 cents? Which in essence is probably like $200 with maybe 170 with 3,700 shares. Is the question. Is it worth it? Am I just being a degenerate here? I don't know. Let's see what happens when this closes. I do think it should have died already. It would have been, I would have thought it would have died already. I don't want to take a bet long term about that, but I will stick around for some short term bets on it for now. But besides that, yeah, that open 15 minutes on SOAR kind of had the, yeah, there we go. That's exactly what I was talking about. Up 5 cents. Let's see what it does. Ugh. Fuck you. I get slippage on my exit on that. Mm. So I'm exactly at $500 right now. So I've given back $40, which is not a big deal. Not a big deal. Just psychologically, I like the idea of finishing up $500. I do. Not 450, but it's not an accurate way to view the market. The market doesn't care. Market might care. It might like structure certain incentives to give it back, but not the exact price level that you have in your bank account. Oof. Yeah, I don't like how I played that. I don't like how the fills went on that. Gave back a solid $40, which is nothing, but I'm just being protective right now. It is the last 10 minutes. So it's going to go to 50 cents here, 150, and I don't want to be a part of it. I just don't. I don't want to do it. 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 I do not want to do it. I want to cut this down. I want to turn this off. I don't want to hear about it, see it. I don't know. Anyways, that was the day. It was kind of mellow. SOAR didn't end up going as far as I thought. And then it ended up turning around. I mean, not as far as I thought. It made a like 300 to 400% move, so it's pretty good. But I'm happy. I mean, who cares if I'm happy or not? That's a dumb thing to say. I played okay. I controlled myself pretty well. I'm going to get back tomorrow, and one of the things that I'm going to look to do is to one, check and make sure the stocks are open, and then play the market sentiment a little bit more than the technicals, even though playing the technicals is just like, especially with stops and stuff, is important as well. So probably 50-50 market sentiment and technicals. Play the market sentiment as well as technicals. 50-50. And so what that's going to look like is, if there is another one of these penny names, to be a little bit more persistently aggressive with it. And when technically it looks like it's going to break down, to be a little bit more skeptical. That's because that's been what's been going on. It's been the rise of the sub $1 names, and that's what I'm going to be looking at. So thank you guys for watching. Catch you all later. This is purely for entertainment purposes only. Day trading is risky. Most people lose money. I'm no exception. Also, I lose money as well occasionally, and It's been a very difficult path, very long path. I've been trading for about 5 years now. So keep all that in mind. My results are not typical. Contact your investment advisor, do your research, trade in a simulator, do all the things. Don't risk money you can't afford to lose. This is not investment advice. And that's it. Peace out.